Hello, this is Amanda Malave with Marketing 658. I wanted to go back and really start looking at the validation of your personas, because I found that some of the persona information I was reading was basically telling me about a persona that wouldn't be viable as far as digital media. So personas that might be more apt to talking on the phone or going to a retail store, or potentially one that travels a lot, may not be the one that is going to buy everything that you are trying to sell here in Hawaii. So I wanted to go through a validation exercise, and I'm going to need you guys to validate your personas. So we're going to use that Facebook ads audience insights. So it's www.facebook.com/ads/audience dash insights. So when you click on it, it's going to ask you to choose an audience to start with. You want to choose with everybody on Facebook. So here we're going to put Hawaii. I've been playing with this, so I learned a little bit more about how to use it since that big change they had. So for example, I'm going to go through each of your examples. So let's say that it's women that are 18 to 55, most of you guys had. You actually had that it was like 25 to 55. All right, so we got, in Hawaii, we got 300,000 people that are active on Facebook. And again, it's really important to validate that Facebook is one of the #1 ways to sell. And I want you to also to validate that by using the PowerPoint that I had put out last week, which is the U.S. adult social platform use by demographic group. So if we look at women in general, their major platform is Facebook. So I can validate that. If we look at age groups, I look at women in the 30 to 49 category. They like YouTube and then they like Facebook. So we're still in that demographic. People that earn more than 75K, again, it's Facebook and YouTube. And then if it's college, it's Facebook and YouTube. So my point here is to just validate here what are their channels by that demographic, and then go to Facebook. That was for the United States. I want to know, can you validate your persona in Facebook using Facebook Analytics? So again, 25 to 55. In Hawaii, we got 250 to 300 active people. So they're actively engaging in Facebook. So that's for women. For the entire, all men and women, it's 500 to 600. So one of the things that I really thought that was interesting is Facebook took out the fact that they didn't want you to go and target just people that are rich. But we do know that people that are going to buy like macaroons or Tahitian pearls, or potentially that care about recycled products, are potentially the demographic is somebody that's more into luxury. So I found that if I put luxury goods, that helps me understand and put the type of person that I would want to target that has more of an education level at the college and grad school level. If I don't put luxury goods, what this is saying is that 17% of the people that are high school folks would not be interested in luxury goods. So I feel like that is a really good way to get that demographic that loves great products and is willing to pay for them. I'm also going to validate that by looking at what pages they like. So again, this is everybody. all men and all women, 25 to 55. So they like Painting with a Twist and BAM Project and Down to Earth. So that's telling me that they are, into maybe a little bit of a higher end product. You can even put in more information. If you put in luxury, you could put in luxury lifestyle or luxury real estate, for example. Luxury real estate then means that they want really high-end luxury real estate. Back in the day when we had more information, it would probably be someone in the 85 up categories who have homes that are worth $1 million or more. So using those two categories, I have about 80 to 90,000 people, ages 25 to 55, men and women. And I can validate that just by putting luxury real estate, that they changed, their likes changed. So they're more into the Kakako wine loft. They still like to shop at the same places. They're into Jamba Juice and Down to Earth and Foodland. And if I look at the pages they like Simply Sisters and Cookies Company and Jamba Juice. So it gives me a little bit more information. Now, let's say that I want to focus on people that are college and grad school. So that changes a little bit about what they like and don't like. And it gives me about 50 to 60,000 active members. So they start liking different places to shop at. So they're totally into shopping, and they're shopping at Ala Moana Center and Makana Ali. I hope I said that right. Shopping malls. So these are the shoppers, right? And they love Eden Love Boutique. So for example, for the recycled bags, you could potentially go there. Taqueria El Ranchero or Down to Earth. So now you can know where to go to or potentially where to sell your products. And it really gives you an understanding of what they like or don't like. You can do more segmentation, but I think it's helpful to understand that luxury market with luxury goods and luxury real estate, you got about 50 to 60,000 people. Now, if I take that to the age group of like 30 to 55, it goes down to 35 to 40,000 people. And now I'm going to actually maybe even put life events or politics or parents. But again, if you play with those, what I found is that they actually break the analysis. But I want to show you this. If you target Asian Americans in that category, it completely takes it out. So Facebook is trying really hard for you not to really micro-target different demographics. So how would I break this down even more is now I'm going to look at women. So let's take a look at, specifically for the all three target markets, whether it was recycled bags, macaroon cookies, or the Tahitian pearls, it was the women you were targeting. So that's about 25 to 30,000 active users. And if I look at them, I also see that 35% are married. So that makes sense to me because most of you said that your demographic was married and that they're in college and grad school. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go look at their page likes. So this changed too. So this gave me a little bit of understanding of what they like and don't like from a magazine standpoint. What I do see is that Honolulu family came up pretty high up there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to remove luxury goods because I'm okay with just luxury real estate. And what you saw there is that when you take it down even that level, it actually breaks it. So I'm going to remove luxury real estate. And I have this kind of demographic. I'm going to put luxury goods back. And then what I like to see is if I can go ahead and look at the Asian American market. And with those things, I have a really good understanding that I got 8,000 to 9,000 women who like luxury goods, and where they shop. And what is interesting here is when I target the Asian market in that women's age group, and I know that most of them are married, which is what I wanted to find in the first place. Let's take a look at the demographics again. I wanted to target college and grad school, married. And there we are. I was able to find it. So I feel like I now have a really good luxury market demographic that I can validate. And now I can also take a look at that. This demographic in particular loves dessert shops. So that's great news. And they love specialty grocery stores, med spas, and home improvement and massage services. So that gives me a good understanding that they love, the higher end of things. And from that standpoint, I feel like I have a really good demographic that I would want. So a lot of you said that they were parents. So I'm going to put down that it's parents. And what I wanted to show you is that when you become a parent, and it's a female, they pretty much like this, the same things, but a few things change. But there's only 33.5 to 4,000 in that category. So if you take out parents, you see that you now have 8,000 to 9,000. So this is an interesting way to play with things. Let's say that we're looking for that higher end person that has a child 18 to 26 years old. They're empty nesters, and so they got money to spare. So that's when I find that I have 2,000 to 2,500 thousand people, or women specifically, that are Asian, that love luxury goods, that are empty nesters, have money to spend. And see now that all of a sudden they also have money to spend in automotive, aircrafts, and boats, which is interesting, and massage services, and medical spa, and dessert shops. But that other demographic that had children that were a little younger, the dessert shops, for example, was higher up. So if I focus maybe not on older demographics, but people with children, maybe 6 to 12 years old, it tells me that I now have 1 to 1.5 people in that category, but it won't give me any specific data. So I'm going to remove these because I think Facebook is thinking that I'm really doing some targeting and I know what I'm doing. So let's just put down that it's all parents. And it allows me to do that. So I have a bigger demographic if I include all parents. But if I take out all parents, and I can basically do back end math and just say out of that 3,500, how many have small children, and it's about 1,000 because 3.5 minus 2.5 leaves me about 1,000 left that would have been with the small amount of children. So what I guess what I'm trying to say here is the people that are rich in the Asian market that are married and are in college or grad school, you have about 8,000 to 9,000 women in that category. Once you start looking at children, it's usually Asian women that are older that have children 13 to 26 years old. So play with this and validate, and then validate by looking at, what they like and what they don't like, and make sure that your type of product would be complementary to where they like to shop at and what their interests are. Again, it's not about you anymore, it's about them. And playing with that will really get you to understand your active group and how many people you actually have to sell your product to. I hope this was interesting. Once you do that, please make sure you do a screenshot because you'll need that for your presentations. And I also suggest that you save any demographic data that you look at. So I'm going to put Asian women, Hawaii, luxury. Boom. All right. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys soon.